Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I love to do a lot of dollar store oriented makeup and shopping content, so if that is your thing, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you're always notified of when a new upload goes up and become what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas. And of course, to all my returning Dollar Divas, thank you so much for clicking on another video. So I recently posted a video about how I don't purchase luxury makeup or review luxury makeup on my channel. And of course, it's because I am a dollar store makeup channel. But I did say in that video, it does not mean that I don't have some high-end makeup in my collection. So today I was really wanting to share all of the palettes that I've purchased on sale. Some of them are high-end, then some of them are kind of in that drugstore price point, and I was able to get a really good deal on them at stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And so I'm super proud of some of the things I've been able to find on sale. And I thought it would be fun to share them with you, to show you that, you know, if you do want to splurge, you don't always have to spend like the full price. You can wait and see if things do go on sale, because they oftentimes do, either via their websites or they turn up in TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. And I will also include not just things I purchased on sale, but things that were given to me, palettes that were gifted to me or given to me by friends or family. That way you can see and kind of hear the story surrounding how I acquired some of these higher end palettes that you have seen on my channel in the past or I may reference at some point. So I thought this would be fun to share with you. So without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I'm gonna kind of start with the drugstore price ranged palettes that I ended up finding for much cheaper than they originally went for. Even though they were already affordable, I found them much cheaper. So the first two are from Profusion, and I have the Mirage palette and the Festival palette. And my Mirage palette actually still has the sticker. It says compare it $16, which I guess is what you would find on their website or at Walmart. And I picked this one up here for $7.99. Got it at a store called the Burke's Outlet and have used it quite a bit. Actually, this is the palette that made me kind of fall in love with pressed glitters, as long as they were of a good quality. So a steal for $16.99, but definitely a steal for $7.99. Then the Festival palette was a more recent find, and as you can see, I've already hit pan on a few of the shades. This one here has the price in front, and it is the same thing. Originally retails for $16, and I picked it up for $7.99. Again, at the same store, the Burke's Outlet. If you're not familiar with the Burke's Outlet, it is like a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls. Although I compared, I'm from the north, and we had a store called AJ Wright, and I feel it's a little bit more maybe like an AJ Wright. I don't know, but yeah, pretty much got them both for about half price. And then another item is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. I had been eyeing this palette for the longest time, and actually even the smaller one. I just think this is one of the prettiest palettes, but I didn't really want to spend like $35 on it. I probably would have maybe eventually, but I was able to find it nearly new on Poshmark. So and I have no problem buying something like that from time to time. I don't do it very often, but yeah, I think I picked this up with shipping and everything like that. It was around $20. I think it was like 21 and some change or something like that. So like I said, I was able to get this considerably cheaper just by shopping around. Up until a couple years ago, I had never actually purchased makeup at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx. And this is also another one in the drugstore price range. It's by BH. And it was, I really believe it was my first makeup purchase at one of those types of stores, you know, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. And it's the BH Cosmetics, it's my Ray Ray palette. And I've used this quite a bit. I've hit pan at least on that one shade. And at the time I was needing a palette that had some color in it. It was when I first started adding color to my collection and I didn't want to invest a lot of money. And I think this is discontinued now, but when I purchased it, it was still up on Ulta's website, and I think it was $17 or $18, and I believe I picked it up for $5.99. So a steal. So that was a really fun find, and like I said, I think it was what started me off on my TJ Maxx Marshalls makeup journey. So these here are also by BH Cosmetics, and other than like dollar store palettes, these are the most recent to my collection. And I found these both at Marshalls, and they actually had almost all the shades, or at least quite a few more than these, but these are the color stories that really interested me. And it's the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop, and I got Bubblegum and Pistachio. So of course the Bubblegum is this beautiful blue palette. I used this in a video recently. I will have that link down below. And then of course the Pistachio, which is just absolutely gorgeous. The only one that I didn't see that I was kind of interested in was the sugar cone one. It's got like all the neutrals and golds and stuff. But yeah, I think originally, I will have the price down at the bottom. I can't remember exactly how much these were originally, but I think I picked them up for $7.99. Again, just a few dollars cheaper, but they were really pretty. And I just picked up the color stories that I really, really wanted. You know, I didn't go crazy and buy them all. So I picked up the two that I really, really liked. But yeah, my most recent Marshall's find. And actually, I haven't really bought any palettes since I bought these. Just a couple of dollar store palettes. And then the last couple palettes for the drugstore price point. And honestly, these are kind of regrets. But at some point last year, I thought I needed these color stories. And again, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I went to the drugstore and I think I got these buy one, get one half off or something. And they're these Covergirl True Naked palettes. One is in smoky, one is in nudes. I will have the price at the bottom of the screen as to what these originally cost. Like I said, I did get them on sale. That's why I have two. I can't remember. I think I was really actually wanting like this type of a color story, like a smoky, kind of a cool smoky color story. Then it was like buy one half off. So I picked up this one here. Like I said, kind of a regret, but I did pick these up on sale. I would have never paid full price. So the rest are high-end eyeshadow palettes, and it's about 50-50 on what I picked up on sale and what was either given to me or gifted to me. So I'll start with the ones that were gifted to me. So we were in Sephora a couple years ago, and I was eyeing this palette in the checkout line and didn't buy it, so my husband bought it for my birthday that was coming up really soon thereafter. And it was after I did my Sephora wish list as well. So he took a couple hints and bought me this palette because it was on my list. But it is the Violet Voss I Do Not Care Fun Size Palette. And I just thought this was, I love anything like donut themed, and I just thought this was a really beautiful little palette. And I've used it quite a bit. I think these are like $20 or $25 or something like that. But yeah, it was a birthday gift from my husband. And a couple birthday gifts from my mom. My mom has a driver's license, but she doesn't drive. So she always wants to get me a birthday present, but when it comes down to it, she'll either just give me the money or we'll go somewhere and she'll buy me something. So I think this is a present like 3 years ago for my birthday. We went to Ulta and she bought me the Urban Decay Naked Honey Palette, which I was so bad eyeing at the time, and I've used it quite a bit. So yeah, this was a birthday gift from my mom, and then the next year, which I think was 2 years ago, she again came to Ulta with me, and that's really like the best gift is when she like comes with me. Like that's half of it, like because it's hard to sometimes get her to go to a store like Ulta. Some of those things just don't interest her, but she came with me and I picked out the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. And of course this has all of those beautiful shadows. I have dug into these a lot. Oh, and that actually reminds me, there's another one that's a gift from my husband. Give me just 1 second. So let me digress. So these were both also on that Sephora. A couple years ago, I did that Sephora wish list, my $1,000 Sephora wish list, and these were both on there. This actually came with a primer potion and an eyeliner. Of course, I had the donut palette and this on there. So my husband also picked me up this little gift set. So I ended up with this mini version of the Stone Vibes palette, and of course it's got different shades, which is great. So that was also from my husband. Yeah, and then this the same year was from my mom, and so she said, what do you want? We'll go to Sephora, and this is what I wanted, so I picked it up. So this next palette here is also very special because my dear friend here on YouTube, Gigi, I'll have her channel linked down below. We've done a couple collaborations together. I'll have those linked down below as well. Go check her out, she's wonderful. But she gifted me the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. She had already owned this palette. She has an amazing eyeshadow collection and does amazing looks, by the way. But she had already had this palette and she got this in like a subscription box and asked me if I owned it already, and I told her I didn't, and she sent it to me. So it was just such a sweet gesture, and I'm just so grateful, and it's been a really, really nice addition to my collection. And fun fact, I've got a couple more ABH palettes that I purchased on sale, so I've never paid full price for an ABH palette. I have for Urban Decay, but not for ABH. And then another palette was actually gifted to me by another friend of mine that I kind of met in the magic world, named Yvonne, and she had heard me talk about in several videos how I was kind of starting to want the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette after so long of really it not being interested in it, and I was starting to want it. And I almost bought it. I literally I almost bought it a few times and didn't. And then she sent one to me. So of course, if you don't know what it looks like, here's what it looks like. But yeah, she sent this to me along with a few other goodies, and it was just so sweet, and I've dug into it quite a bit. In fact, I think me and my friend Gigi did a collab using this palette as well, I believe. Anyway, so this was a lovely gift. So excited to have it in my collection. And so yeah, those are all of the high-end palettes that were gifts. Now for the ones that I purchased on sale. So since we just talked about ABH, I'll show you my ABH palettes. A couple years ago, I was in Ulta, and on a whim, impulsively, I did not want the Urban Decay Naked Violet, but when I saw it in person, I fell in love with it. So I picked it up, paid full price for it. And I had always been eyeing the Carly Bible palette, but it wasn't enough for me to pull the trigger ever, but it was in the sale rack, and I picked this up for about half price. I think it was about $22, and you can see I've hit pan. I've used this quite a bit. And so yeah, I was able to get this for like $22, which is pretty much the price you'd pay for like an e.l.f. palette or something like that. So super great find that day. I've never again seen them. I've never seen them, I don't think, in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So I'm really glad I purchased it when I did. And then I've been seeing these recently again, and I actually have bought one of these for a giveaway. I think my friend Tina won that giveaway, my friend Tina Short, who recently sent me a little care package of stuff, which was so sweet. She's one of my lovely Dollar Divas. But yeah, a couple of years ago, I picked up the Abh Riviera Palette. And again, I think I picked this up for $19.99. And this came at a time where I was really wanting some more color. And I think I can't remember which one was my first ABH palette. Can't remember which one I got first, but I've even seen these as cheap as like $14.99 at times. But yes, love this palette. I've used it quite a bit, and again, it was great to get it on sale. Then my most recent find was the Abh Subculture, and I'm still seeing these in TJ Maxx and Marshalls as well. Like I said, I've been seeing these as well, but I bought this last year sometime. Again, it was about half price. It was about, I think it was $19.99. It might have even been $24. I can't remember. And I haven't used it a whole lot, but yeah, I was really excited to find this on sale because I just heard so much about it on YouTube. And so, like I said, a steal at $20 to $24 for a high-end palette, especially one if you've been eyeing it. That's a really good deal. Then the last two are from Too Faced. I guess it was actually the same day a couple years ago when I bought the Riviera palette. I also ran into this palette here as well, and I've given one of these away as well. It's the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette, and I paid $19.99 for this as well. So just a really pretty, fun palette. I've used it quite a bit, especially for those glitters. So yeah, I was able to find that half price, and I think they still sell these. I'm not 100% sure, but they were still selling them like at Ulta and I think Sephora and on the website when I purchased this. So again, a really great find. And last but not least, I actually bought this probably about 3 years ago. And it was in that time, it was probably the second time I purchased makeup from TJ Maxx. And it was this Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple Eyeshadow Palette. I think they had the other one too that was like the berry or the raspberry. I can't remember what it was. That color story didn't appeal to me quite as much, but this one did. I just thought it was so pretty. And I picked this up for, I believe, $14. Can't remember how much they retailed for, but yeah, I was super excited to find this at TJ Maxx, heavily discounted. So that was a really fun find. So I'll have some relevant content up here on the screen if you want to binge watch more videos. But before you do, make sure you like this video, share this video with anybody you think may benefit from it, show them that you can buy high-end makeup, heavily discounted. You just gotta look around a little bit and be patient. And there's never a reason to pay full price for anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.